Welcome to season 3 of Necessary Conversations. I'm your host, Saleem. I appreciate all y'all support. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share. Enjoy the episode. Thank you for watching. Welcome back to Necessary Conversation. I'm your host, Saleem. I got my guy, my dog, my running back. You mean? My running back, Sidiki Kone. How we doing, baby?
Feeling good. What about yourself?
I can't complain, man. I can't complain. You a senior?
Yes, sir.
You about to get out of it. You about to graduate. Are you a first-generation college student?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how does that feel?
Feels exciting.
Did you always have college aspirations as far, like obviously probably football, but how important was like, okay, being a first generation and you got siblings, right?
Yeah.
Your siblings, like being that example for them or just the people you're around at home and things like how was important was that for you coming up?
I mean, that was definitely important coming up. My father always preached education because, athletics, you get hurt, miss opportunity, whatever the case may be, but education, nobody can go inside your brain and take out that knowledge. So,
Yeah.
so that was really important for me.
What you major in?
International business.
We know you got the Sidiki fragrance on your shop. Is that something that you want to implement with that degree?
I mean, definitely, studying business is like, it's really broad, so it's a lot of things that fall under it. So with the fragrances, I definitely like to continue doing that.
What made you go for international instead of like regular business? Like, what's the thing with that?
I feel like general business is basic, so international business have more opportunities.
Do they, like, how much do you learn about the business ethics of other countries because it's international business? How much do you learn about that? That's interesting to me.
I say we learn a decent amount. Learn a lot about international affairs and foreign trade and tariffs and policies and stuff like that. So when we got things going on within the world, we have a broader insight.
So now, I don't want to put you too much into politics. I don't. But you said you learning about tariffs is a big thing right now, the tariff situation with the president or whatever the case. I'm not going to say what your take on it, but what have you learned maybe that maybe some people misconstrued and are not understanding?
I ain't going to say like I'm the most knowledgeable, but definitely. I'll say like, just like you already know, like as battling with tariff wars, you know what I'm saying? Like one country, they put a tax on imports and stuff like that. So then when countries want to like do business and stuff like that, they want to send goods over, and it's a tariff, which is like extreme percentage. Then like that country would just battle and just put the same tax or even higher on it. So then it just makes it difficult for countries to import and export between each other, and ultimately it just backfires on the consumers. So like us inside this country, like if we want to, buy goods from China, for example, the tax is gonna be crazy. So like, we're like the consumers are really the ones that's losing out, to be honest. So
they gotta fix that, man, because they talk, like I'll be honest with you, Dig, I'm cheap.
Yeah,
very cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I order my clothes off of things like Shein,
that's a fact.
Fashion Nova, Boohoo, man. And those places coming from
flashy.
China, man.
You look good, you look good.
They're raising the prices. I don't got time for that. Somebody got to figure something out.
Yeah.
Just for me. But, I mean, last time you came on here, it was right before you had your first season being the starting running back.
Yeah, facts, yeah.
2-year starter. You know what I'm saying? How has that experience been for you? How different has life gotten for you since then?
Nah, amazing, blessed. Really grateful for every single blessing that's come my way.
Yeah. I mean, bro, like, you're a hell of a talent. I'm saying, like, trying. You succeeded. I mean, obviously this year wasn't what you wanted in terms of being on the field. You had whatever. Certain situations. How were you able to like bounce back? Because obviously, again, it's your senior year. So how were you able to stay focused, stay poised, and just keep doing what you got to do to get ready for what you're facing now?
I feel like the faith is most important. It gets you through hardships and stuff like that. So you put in your mind, what your purpose is, how this life is, to worship your Lord, and that, one of the things that's promised in life, you got death, which is promised. So you got also keep that in mind. And then also you got to put in mind that 100%, no matter who you are, where you at on the earth, age, health, rich, poor, you're going to get tested with something, you know what I'm saying? So just putting that in my mind, I was like able to kind of persevere through some of the hardships. For example, week 2, my senior season, I dislocated my shoulder.
Yeah.
So it was just like, damn, you know, it is what it is though. Cause like I'm putting my mind like, okay, I'm here to get tested.
Yeah.
So I can't just live my whole entire life thinking that everything's gonna be, you know, cookies and cream. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Guarantee, but Sidiki, why get tested at that moment? We talking about week 2.
Yeah, nah, that's not my decision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not my decision. So I gotta just accept what he puts in my life.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and then you come back and you just went crazy. I mean, how were you able to still put in work during that time and, you know, continue to get better and stuff like that?
For a little bit, I really couldn't. For like at least like 2 weeks, cause I couldn't sprint, cause like it was too much force on the shoulder, so like it would just like come in and out and stuff like that. So I had to do PT and stuff like that for like 2-3 weeks, and then after that, once it was like strong enough for me to handle like force, then I was able to like, you know, do like sprint a little bit, you know what I'm saying, run around a little bit. I was doing like you know, basic lifts without pressing and stuff like that. So it was cool. It was good.
Now, what most people won't know is, you know, because now most of the people that we came in here with is graduated and everything like that. Came in as a safety.
Came as a safety.
How was that switch for you? I mean, obviously we just went over the nows, you know, last time since started 2 years in a row at running back. How was that switch for you?
Yeah, you know, just coming out of high school, getting recruited as a DB. You know, I played offense high school. I played both ways, but primarily defense. And after the first year, you already know we had Samad. He was, you know, a great player.
Yeah.
And then he left. So, you know, just wanted to add, you know, extra hat in the room. So they asked if I could, you know, if I wanted to make that move. And I said, of course, I'll do it to help the team. And, you know, that's all she wrote.
But you mentioned mostly playing defense in high school.
Yeah.
Coming out, was there ever a preference for you in high school? Like, I want to be recruited as a DB, I want to be recruited as a running back. Was there a preference for you?
No, like after like my junior year, like it was like knowing that I'm playing defense in college, cause like I was primarily playing that, so I'm like, and I was getting recruited, so I'm like, all right, cool, I'm not about to just try to switch over if I don't got no opportunities in that direction. You know what I'm saying? If you got like an offer playing defense, I might as well take it. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have any offers for running back?
Nah,
it was just straight DB.
Yeah.
So, did you have league aspirations in high school?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you get here, you know, you go through your first year playing safety, whatever.
Yeah.
And they say running back.
Yeah.
Was there any doubt of like, dang, how I'm gonna do my dream now? Now I'm switching up everything. Was there any doubt there?
Nah, I never doubted.
No.
Like, since I started playing, like I definitely had aspirations to play, and it never crossed my mind like I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm also bearing in mind, like, of course, like anything can happen, but it wasn't like a doubt in my mind, like he won't, like if Almighty he wanted me to do it, then it's gonna happen. That's like in my mind, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's why I always try to go 100%. You know what I'm saying? What about doing?
Okay, cool. So primarily, you know, doing defense in high school, coming here doing defense, you're watching defensive drills, you're watching defensive players. I'm sure you had a few that you like to watch.
Yeah.
Did you have to switch all that up? Like, all right, now I got to watch running backs. Who do I want to play like? Or was it like, how was that switch for you?
Shoot, you know, we always watching football regardless if it's offense or defense. And there's some players you see, like, they're amazing. So, like, me just always watching Saquon.
Yeah.
But really, I'd say, like, even when I was, like, little, watching Jabril Peppers. Yeah.
Boy, that's my boy.
Yeah.
Don't do that. That's my dog.
You know what I'm saying? So, when you see him, when I was watching, like, even, like, playing youth football, like, 8th grade, and then coming to high school, like, you know, he's Swiss Army knife. He playing offense, defense, quarterback, running back, kickoff return, linebacker, safety, you know, everything. So, it's like I wanted to emulate his game. So, that's why in high school, I'm playing both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, then once they got to high school, then, like, I'm already watching some offensive plays. You know what I'm saying? So, it was easy transition.
Saquon, we're going to follow any back. I mean, Saquon is not... you ain't going down the wrong path there.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So, okay, cool. Like, now you do your senior season. You obviously still got league aspirations at the time coming out. Pro Day. How was that for, like, getting ready for Pro Day and everything like that? I mean, you know, you see the guys, like, they going to these top-notch facilities and everything like that. I'm not sure if you had any of that or how your process was, but how was that for you?
Yeah, you know, we here, you know what I'm saying? Out the mud, so.
Yeah.
So I wasn't at no fancy location. I was right here. That's cool. Working out with the track team. Really? Saying, so, and then on the weekends doing my own little drills and stuff like that, change direction and stuff like that. But that's all it really was. I ain't go to no different state or nothing like that. I'm right here.
Yeah. I mean, the track team, don't they practice like 5 in the morning or something like
Yeah,
that?
they was practicing in the morning, yeah.
You was getting up for that?
Yeah, but you know football, you know, we be lifting in the morning, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a different ball game. Diggy, we talking about waking up and then, like, you got to go out there. It's a little cold some days. And they practice in the, you was out there in the winter, huh?
Yeah, but they was practicing in the gym because it's indoor.
Okay,
yeah, so it was smooth.
Okay, and how was that for you? Did you feel like you got faster or whatever the case?
Yeah, it was good because I ran track in high school, so it was like brushing up on technique and form and stuff like that. So it was a good experience.
Now, with the 40-yard dash, it's a lot of talk about it because it's like, bro, you don't ever get in that position when it comes to football.
That's true.
How was that situation for you preparing for that? Because the 40-yard dash, that's something especially for running backs. Obviously, you're at a small school, deep Division II. Obviously, you know, of course, we talked about it. You missed some of the season. So the 40-yard dash is a big thing for you, for people to see. Yeah. So how much emphasis and focus did you put into that?
Yeah, I put a lot of focus on that. That's why, you know, I was, that's why I was training with the track team, you know, trying to get my 40 time down and trying to brush up on technique and form and stuff like that. So it's definitely important. I was trying to focus in on that and trying to make sure I ran a good time.
So where do you think you was at before you started, like, running the track team as far as 40?
Shoot, I would say I was in the high 4.4 range, but you know, Ramadan came along too, so it was like my pro day was in the month of Ramadan. Yeah. So like, you know, like I started fasting and stuff like that, so I stopped working out as much because like I didn't want to get hurt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you're running, I'm dehydrated, you can pull something. So the amount of practice I was doing was decreasing. So you know, I ran a 4.5. Yeah. So it was right there. So I wasn't complaining.
Matter of fact, hold on, cause I seen something on Twitter, D. I seen something on Twitter. We got it. Hold on. Where's that? Bingo. Hold on. This is your RAS score. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Hey, listen. So look, right. Your RAS score, relative athletic score. The tweet reads: Sidiki Kone is a running back prospect in the 2025 draft class. He scored a 9.05 RAS out of a possible 10. This is ranked 200 out of 2,099 running backs from 1987 to 2025. Did you know that when you did you not know that until you read this tweet?
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh snap, that's cool. Like,
bro, you know how many running backs came in the draft class from 87 to now?
Not a lot.
And you ranked 200 out of just the small American International?
His plan.
Man, that's big. I mean, you talked about, right, the 4.5 40. Yeah. You had a 20-yard split at 2.84, 10-yard split at 157. Your shuttle was 4.3, 3 code 7.11, 5.11, 2.15, vertical 37.5 inches, broad jump, I think what that is, 10? Yeah, 10. I mean, bro, when you was at Pro Day, I'm sure what you've been testing at, and then you had certain like knowledge. Okay, this is what I expect here. This is what I expect there. Were you happy with your pro day? Do you feel like you left something out there? Like,
you know, we overachievers, so we never really satisfied fully. But at the end, after it's all said and done, we grateful. You know what I'm saying? Grateful for the numbers and the experience and having strong numbers and stuff like that. So yeah, I was happy.
Bro, I mean the RAS score is. I mean, I don't think you. You're very humble. You're very humble. Very humble, and you're very talented, and you're very just work oriented. Like, all right, this is cool. This is the work we put in to get to this. But we talking about 200 out of 2,099. You ain't at no Alabama. You ain't at Ohio State. You ain't at no LSU. No Tennessee. Who won? Oregon. All these different schools. You had just a small school, man, and you was able to pull up that. Like, that's big. I mean, my only problem is that this one team ain't gonna talk to you, man.
Oh, you funny.
I don't got no understanding of what that's about. Anyway, how's the draft process been for you? I mean, you're talking to teams probably that you've seen on TV for all these years and GMs and scouts and all this different stuff. How's that been for you?
It's been good, when the scouts came, like, throughout the season, it was...
Nah, that was big.
Yeah, it was big, surreal. So it was a great experience.
That was big. That was big. I know you was at the, what was the bowl called again?
I went to the FCS Bowl, and then I went to the Tropical Bowl.
How was those experiences for you? How was the FCS Bowl for you?
FCS Bowl, it was good because, it's like small school talent. A lot of people was hungry. It was a great experience. I learned a lot. Met different people.
How does that process work? Like, you got to apply for that? Do they just reach out to you?
They send a letter.
Send a letter.
Yeah, send a letter.
And they fly you out and everything. You go out there and get...
They don't cover expenses. You got to see.
Oh, you got to cover it.
Either you got to cover or your agent got to cover it.
Okay. And, I mean, being out there, like, you're at running back.
Yeah.
So it's a little... like, you're not... The plays is all the same. Trap, counter, everything like that.
Yeah.
But you're not sure on how the O-line might move on certain plays, how fast they're going to hit it. How was that situation for you?
I would say for the FCS Bowl, it was cool. It's kind of similar. You know what I'm saying? They moved a little bit faster, but the Tropical Bowl, it was big alignment because they FBS. So like the lanes was easy to read, even though it's a different line. So yeah.
And how was the Tropical Bowl for you?
The Tropical, it was...
Where was the Tropical Bowl at?
It was in Florida.
Florida, okay.
Yeah.
That was your first time in Florida?
That was like I went to the FCS Bowl, and after that, I went to Florida prior that year.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was probably my third time.
Okay. And you said it was good experience?
Yeah, because like, it was a good experience. It was a lot of teams that we be seeing on TV. So, like, when you were a little kid and you seen them logos, you're like, I want to go to that school. And then now you on the field, you playing against dudes.
Yeah.
I go to them schools, so it was cool.
Yeah. Did anybody, like, you talking to, like, you know how to, my name's Sidiki, okay. Oh, what school you from, bro? Like, what the hell is that? Because he's an FBS guy. Does anybody come like that?
Nah, they was like, where's that at? I'm like, some of them I just told them automatically, like, it's a D2 in Massachusetts. Yeah, some AIC, American International College, D2 in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, snap. So you came a long way. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire. Who was somebody, like, you say, like, okay, like, nah, he coming to work, like, I'm saying, when you going against in practice, like, okay, because obviously, you doing what you doing out here. When it comes to the season, obviously, you probably watch college football, but the scouts you're doing is against Assumptions, New Haven. You're not scouting these guys that whoever might have been there from maybe Tennessee or whatever the case.
Yeah.
Somebody that, like, okay, hold on, he worked. I like going against this guy. Who's somebody out there like that?
I see, like, I was watching the D linemen. Like, they were, like, athletic. Like, they were, like, specimens. You know what I'm saying? They was like cut, tall, strong, fast, athletic. So looking at the D lineman work, I was like, it was surprising.
Yeah. I mean, listen, when it comes to your agent, like, it was like, whoa. Like that's the dude. I don't know how much you follow, but I'm sure you probably know now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
The Tommy DeVito situation, how he was famous for like 3 weeks, like the Italian guy, and he had a pizza named after him. How was that? Like, how did y'all get involved in everything like that?
Coach Hoke. Mm-hmm. Coach Hoke had an intern for him. The surprising thing, like, I didn't know who. I wasn't too familiar with him until like people started telling me, because like sometimes I don't be like too in tune with the media and stuff like that. So as people started telling me, I was like, oh really? I was like, oh snap! And I started seeing videos. I was like, oh, that's funny. But yeah, Coach Hoke had locked me in with him.
Yeah. And how has that experience? Like, now that you know who he is, like, how has that experience been for you thus far?
Nah, it's cool. He's a cool guy. So yeah, he helped me out. He's a cool guy.
Man, listen, bro. I got, like, certain requests as far as teams you go to. It's not in my hands at all.
Not in my hands either.
It's not in my hands at all. I just don't get it. Why they ain't come talk to you yet, man? I'm running back by 31. We don't got a successor. And they ain't gonna talk to you yet. Doesn't even matter. Who's the one team that, like, when you talk to, like, oh, like, I'm talking to them, like?
I said the first team that came.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dolphins when they first came, cause like my first time speaking to a scout was seeing a scout. So when the Dolphins first came, it was like, oh snap.
That's so deep. Yeah. Now, when these scouts are coming to practice, like, do you know beforehand that they're coming, or they're just like, oh, whoa, like they're here?
Nah, coach will tell me like either the day of or day before.
Yeah.
Sometimes a few days, like he'll let me know like, oh, this scout's coming to speak, or these scouts is coming to speak. So I'll be informed probably like a few days before.
Now, like, obviously, probably the questions that they ask you or whatever y'all sit down and talk about is different than what they'll talk to somebody from Bama or something like that.
Yeah.
What type of like? Are you nervous at this moment when you're talking to these guys, or is it just like a regular conversation?
A lot of the time it'd be regular conversations.
Yeah.
Because the environment, I'm not gonna say it's lax, but it's like it's practice. They already see my film.
Yeah.
So they kind of just want to see like the mental side of me. They just want to have a conversation. And I feel like you can't really go wrong being who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you're just being honest and answering questions to the best of your ability, you can't really go wrong.
Can we talk about that hurdle?
Which one?
The one from this year.
Against what? Bentley?
Yeah.
Oh, that's first game back.
Like, what's up? Like, what was in your head?
I just be getting the ball. I just be trying to get to the end zone.
But bro, like, was this before or after Saquon did it? It was before, right? You did it. You did her before Saquon did it.
I don't know.
Okay, cool. So, like, I'm trying to set the scene here. You get the ball. You set the scene. Go ahead. I just want to get in your head here. I just want to see, like...
You were at the game when you was at the game, right?
Bentley,
you was watching it.
Bentley, I was there. To
be honest, you probably might be able to explain it better than me.
I can't. Because you was... forgetting being there. You did it. Like, I just... Okay, cool. Like... Cause, okay, let me put it to you here. The first person I ever seen hurdle somebody in college was Samad.
Yeah.
That was Franklin Pierce, right? On our sideline, the right sideline. Like, he was slow-mo. Like, he just...
I seen it too.
Oh. But, like, when you did it, it was like quick, like sudden, like... As a runner... Okay, let me ask you this. I'm going to put it to you like this. I play NCAA.
Yeah.
Closest thing I get to playing top-notch football. Closest thing I get.
Right.
That's facts. Closest thing I get. So, when I'm playing NCAA, some of my favorite thing to do is hurdle. Because it's cool. It's nice. Like, whatever animation they give me, that's a hurdle. So, when I see people hurdle, I be trying to figure out, are you knowing he's going to go low? Because it's quick. Like I said, you did it quick. Are you knowing he's going to go low and you hurdle him? Are you just like, I'm going to just take a chance. Whatever happens here happens. Like, what's going through your mind in that moment for that?
A lot of it is, I feel like it's watching film. So you see how they tackle. You see how certain players tackle other running backs.
Yeah.
So if I see a player tackle trying to go low on a running back that's smaller than me, then I'm going to assume that he's probably going to go low on me if I'm bigger than that running back.
Yeah.
And then also, like, see where their eyes are looking. Like, if their head is down, their eyes is down, they just looking at my, like knee to, like, ankle, whatever the case may be, then I'll make the move. And it's adrenaline, too. You know what I'm saying? So all these things is coming into play, and then adrenaline kicks in, and then I see him going low, just going to try to go over.
That thing was crazy. Because I'm telling you, it just happened like that. Like, it was in the moment type thing.
And the funny part, it was like for like 2 yards. Like,
yeah, like it wasn't for really nothing crazy.
Yeah,
it was just like a quick hurdle. Yeah. But is that type of, like, do you even get like hyped about them type of moments? Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, I seen you get more hyped for two things: for your teammate scoring, and I seen you get more hyped for if you felt like a ref was trying to play us. More than you having like a highlight play.
Really?
I'm tripping?
Nah, you're right.
Where does that come from? Like, why? Is it the work you put in, like you expect that from yourself? Is it just the humbleness in you? Where does the not getting the excited for the plays come from?
It's like, I'll get real excited, like, getting close to the dub.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like while we in the game, I'm definitely like you know lit. You know what I'm saying? But I try to keep it at a. I try to keep it. I try to be level headed because you don't want to get too high. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to get too low. You gotta be moderate, especially playing offense. I feel like so you get lit, celebrate with your teammates. You're not a bot or nothing like that. But at the same time, you gotta understand you gotta get out there for the next series and try to score again.
I'm telling you, I seen you get hyped more like if one of the receivers scored, the quarterback scored, or something, and you score. It's just like, all right, you run to the thing. Thank you, appreciate it. Go sit down. Like, it's, I ain't gonna lie. I'm acting a fool if I score. Acting a fool.
I understand.
Not saying you should keep doing what you
I understand,
I might act a fool. Like, I might do a backflip one time.
You're going crazy.
Karate chop. But it's like you work for it, and you feel like that's what it should be. Like, it shouldn't be anything other than you doing that.
Yeah.
That's honorable.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest. You were number 3. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you wore 21 in high school, right?
Oh, 2.
2. Why 3?
Like number 2, but then I was like, I want to do something different. So, you know what I'm saying? Wanted an odd number. Something like 3.
You wanted an odd number?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like, I'm not going to, it's because I just wanted an odd number. I'm like, and I ain't want to wear 2 anymore.
Why not?
I ain't want to wear 2 anymore. I was just like,
And you wore 3?
Yeah.
Has that become a favorite number of yours? Or is it just a jersey number to you?
That's the thing with me, like, numbers isn't, like, because even when I was little, all the way up to, like, high school, like, I never wore, like, a consistent number. Like, I was switching it up. So it's not like I need this number to play with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it may sound cliche, like, oh, yeah, number doesn't make a player, player makes a number type of thing. Of course, you still want to look nice, have a good number, but I'm not really tripping too much
Whatever
about
number you get is whatever number you get.
As long as, you know what I'm saying, you still want to look nice, but
yeah. So what bowl what was it? You had number 40.
He said 40. Yeah. I had like 38, bro.
38. You was cool with that?
All the running backs had like the 30s. Like it was like 34 to like 38.
That's weird. Why ain't nobody get like a
20s? They get us to DVs.
Yeah, you got to get them singles, but then the receivers and the quarterbacks ones.
Yeah,
it's a lot going on. Yeah. So you got to get the 40s at that point. Then probably the linebackers get 50s and
so on and so forth.
That's tough. I mean, when it comes to the game of football, right? Like, probably got your favorite team. You in the draft now. We're not going to talk about that. We don't want that. Obviously, you say Saquon. Who's some of the other running backs you watch?
C-Mac, so Chris McCaffrey, AK.
See, that's what I'm saying. Now you see what I'm coming from, right? Why you want... All right, keep going.
Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon. That's the top running backs, you know what I'm saying?
That's the top running backs for you in the league?
Yeah, I mean, I missed a couple, but like those are some running backs I really like to watch. You know what I'm saying? Not like the other running backs is not better than them or nothing like that. Yeah.
Josh Jacobs is tough.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs is tough. I think he had his contract year, he went crazy. I think that's what everybody, like, that contract year comes, it's time. Like, it's time to go get that. You mean? Like, do you have any, like, is it NFL or bust for you?
As in?
Like, if I don't, God forbid, get drafted or undrafted in the team, nobody pick, like, is it like, oh, I ain't get picked by NFL, I'm not doing CFL.
Oh, no, I'll be open to other leagues.
Yeah.
But also, like, it depends how much, like, you're getting paid too. Because, you know, you also want to be able to help your family as well. So, like, if you're making the same amount or less than you're working a regular job, then I might as well get a regular job to help my family out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I see you, if I'm not mistaken, on LinkedIn, you got an internship recently, right?
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that. We got to talk about that.
Nah, it's nice, you know, it's a learning experience, you know. like you said, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket with athletics. And like I said earlier, though, with knowledge and stuff like that and learning. So I try to, pursue that path.
What's the internship again?
It's with the finance department at Genesis.
Boy, you good at math?
It's kind of like just transferring information, ideally. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you also got formulas you have to follow. So it's like, it's not like I'm really coming up and really thinking. You already know it's like digital era, technology, stuff like that. So it's kind of assisting you.
I don't know. I ain't good at math. See, that's my problem. That's why I failed algebra twice. The plug part, because I feel like you got to plug a different number in a different place every time. It's not a consistent. See, that's the thing with math. That's why we don't get along, because it's different rules every time.
It's different rules, yeah.
I can't get with that because I need specific, like, every time this number right here is going for B. Every time this one right here is going for X. But it's switch every time. I don't get time for that because that confuses my brain. My brain don't wire like that. So how did you start the internship or was it for the
summer? I already started, yeah.
How's it been? How long you been doing it?
About 2 months.
2 months? How's that been?
It's a good experience and learning experience.
Yeah. I mean, is that something you want to do in the future, working with a finance department, more business-wise, or is that just something to get you in the door and learn a little bit?
A little bit of both.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Sidiki, like, I don't finance is not for me. Like math, you had to take a math class here?
This year, no, but if you study business, you have to take some type of math class, probably stats.
What math? You took stats?
Yeah.
And you was, problems.
It was alright.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, Diggy. I wouldn't have passed if it wasn't a lady next to me that carried me. Like if she didn't Saquon Barkley the Eagles to me, it would have been no shot. Because I was genuinely confused. Because the first couple times I was good. Okay, hold on. These are definitions. I could do that all day.
Yeah.
Once they started, okay, plug in this number. You need this formula for that number.
It starts getting difficult.
You got the answer for this one right here. Nah, I can't do it. I'm be honest. I can't do it. I'm be honest. I mean, that's why I do or did the major I did because, well, I'm not gonna say that's the reason why I actually wanted to go into the force of it, but thank God that's really what is, because I'd have crashed out.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'd have crashed out already. You know what I'm saying? Listen, let me ask you a question, right? Like, who was I talking to about this? I forget. It was during Ramadan though. We was talking about it, and it was like, man, I don't think there's that many Muslim players in the NFL. I'm like, I don't really think that's true. I just think that it's not as publicized because everything is, like Johnny Manziel, not Johnny Manziel, Tim Tebow, when he was on a big thing about his Christianity and everything, they publicized that. Yeah. If you publicize it, people will know.
Yeah.
But if you, like, do you know of any presence of, like, Muslim being in the NFL at all?
Yeah, I know. First of all, my boy Sidiki Kane.
Who?
Sidiki Kane. He played for the Ravens.
Okay, I know who that is. Okay.
Yeah, bro played safety. Went to the same high school for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the same city. So that's my boy. Yeah. So he's Muslim from Mali. There was another, I think, tight end. He played for the Browns. I think he just converted to Islam.
David Njoku, is it? Nah, somebody else. Okay. Yeah.
Then you got Yaya Jabi. For the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, some Guinea.
I didn't know he was Muslim.
Yeah. I mean, it's like yeah. So it's a Muslim.
Okay. Yeah.
So, it's other Muslims as well, but like you said, where we publicize it and stuff like that.
Now, I'll be remiss if we don't talk about your work with the Muslim group y'all have here. What is it called?
Muslim Student Association.
How did that come? Are you the president for it?
Yeah.
How did that come about? How do you like working with that?
It's amazing. I like being with the brothers and the sisters and trying to like be connected and stuff like that. Try to be connected to our Lord. It's a good experience. It's a good group.
Was the group something that was a thing before you got there? Or did you all kind of create it together?
Nah, it was we worked all together. It was me, Saima, she was a girl that came here before. It was another professor, Dr. Nafai, and other people as well. And then we just kind of worked to put into fruition. I think my sophomore year.
And why was that something that was important to you? Because you could have just football, school, and just continue to practice the faith by yourself.
Yeah.
Why was that important to you?
Because if I was to do like any type of good for somebody else and they continue doing that good, I would get rewarded for it.
Yeah.
So like trying to that's what anything in life, trying to do good for others, that's great. And we believe that the best of people are those who are most beneficial to others.
Also, with that, like, obviously you're the president, so it's like, I know the events you guys have put on and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
How have those been?
I've been real good. It's been a way to like enlighten people within our group and also enlighten others as well.
Yeah.
Teach people more about Islam and yeah.
Did I win that raffle yesterday?
Unfortunately, you didn't.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Dang, man.
Yeah, it was Carlos, Anderson, and then Ben. I gotta give two of the gift cards to Anderson and Ben. I didn't want to email them. I want to see them and then give it to them to kind of surprise them.
Dang. Ben the D lineman?
Nah. Ben, he's transfer.
Okay. Dang. And I ain't win. The questions I had was, so the one question that tripped me up, I feel like it was a trick question. It was your fault.
How?
The one about how many pages in the Quran.
Yeah.
It was your fault, man.
What'd I do?
Because you said it. You was like, how many? It was 502, right? Or 602?
604.
604. You was like, because y'all was explaining it to me as two different versions. It's like the English version is the original.
Yeah, I was saying like the Arabic version, that Quran, that's like no matter where it's at, like it's probably the same amount of pages. But we had the English version because like people don't really speak Arabic like that. People here speak English, so we had the English translated version. So I was like, it's not based off this version, so I didn't want you to.
So when you said that, and you was like the original Quran, like I'm like, well, the original is that. This one here, it gotta be less. So I'm gonna go with 100 pages less. It's 500.
Oh.
You tripped me up. I was gonna go with the most pages. But you know what? It's not your fault. It's me. I should have stuck with my word as a man.
Sorry about that, bro.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. The candy was good. The Twitch was fire. Twitch is fire. I know. I also know you help out a lot with the young brothers that are here that want to go into Muslim, strengthening faith in Muslim. Yeah. How has that been for you? Why is that important to you to help other brothers step into the Muslim faith?
Because a lot of people, they're looking for guidance. They want a foundation and structure. And they probably see how some Muslims is carrying themselves, so they're intrigued by it. And I think from my freshman year, it's been like, on average, probably one person that accepts Islam per semester. If not per semester, then per year. Yeah. I think it's probably per semester when somebody accepts Islam.
Hey, listen, like, that's an impact. If you can impact one person, you did your job. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of Muslims on campus.
Yeah.
I know of a lot of Muslims, as you do. Understanding some of the rules, how are you able to be so disciplined through being Muslim? Because some people have, Christianity, even me as a Christian, not following certain things in the Bible. How are you able to be disciplined as you are with it?
The most fearful people of God are those who know about Him. So, like, in our religion, just like studying more, it allows us to be more pious and more God conscious. So, like, I try to study more. I'm not knowledgeable inside the religion, but I try to learn more so now I could try to apply those teachings within my life and try to stay away from His prohibitions and try to fulfill His commandments.
Can you read in Arabic?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can talk in Arabic like fluently.
I wouldn't say I could hold a conversation. Yeah. I'm proficient if you like in understanding some of the verses when it comes to like religious texts, because they have different dialects and stuff like that. Yeah. So when it comes to like pure Arabic, they call it fusaf. Like if somebody's like probably giving a sermon in it, talking about religious aspects, I'll probably be able to retain what they're saying. But if they just have a regular conversation in different dialects, I'm not gonna know what they're talking about.
Is that something you want to continue to strengthen over time?
Yeah. So I can understand the religion more.
You got a dream trip you want to go to? Like, I want to go. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like for me, I'd probably say Italy, Japan. I want to go to Africa.
I say I want to go to Saudi. I want to go to call it Hajj, which is pilgrimage.
Mm.
So you may see like a lot of Muslims go there to fulfill like Abrahamic tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Go there, pray, worship, and stuff like that. So I want to go over there and see it. Abraham had built the house with his son Ishmael. So it's really important for Muslims, and it's obligatory for every single Muslim to go there once in their life if they have the health and the means to.
Okay. Let me get you out in this question. I see. I can't answer it personally because it's too many, and
Yeah.
I done shopped with you 1,000 times. I gotta come see you again soon. In fact, got some new ones. It's all good. I continue. I need your top 5 oils.
Top 5 oils. I'll say Crystal Blue.
Are these in order?
Nah, not in order.
Okay.
Cause it's like like a mother, she has children.
It depends on the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like a mother got children. She may have a favorite, but like
my mom got a favorite.
She had to have a favorite. All right, damn.
I'm the favorite. I'll tell you that, Sidiki.
Well, some parents, they probably can't name all their kids. I'm saying in order, but
yeah.
Anyways, so I'll probably say Crystal Blue, Pink Sugar. I like the Black Cocoa.
OD. That's what I got.
The exotic
right
gold.
now.
Oh, you do? Okay.
2 Ain't no game, Sidiki. Ain't no game. The Black Cocoa.
Okay.
You mean? Cop the oils.
Got the, and then I say exotic gold and the white gold.
Exotic gold and white gold?
Yeah.
I know I've talked to you about it 1,000 times. What's your feelings on the, Egyptian musk?
Nah, the Egyptian musk is cool, but like it's kind of like
it's too thick, man. It don't come out. Yeah. I don't like that. I'm talking about when I.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. You gotta.
Yeah.
They don't come out, man. Yeah. That's the only thing. Other than that. Hey, listen, Sidiki, I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, you gonna cry at graduation? You think?
Excuse me.
You gonna cry at graduation?
Am I gonna cry? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
You might.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know though.
You might.
Yeah.
You might. First generation. You might. Then after I talk to Mickey Loomis, the Saints gonna get with you. So I'm gonna take care of this. Listen, you're a hell of a talent. It was an honor being your teammate. You know what I'm saying? I hope you continue to do great things, whether it's the NFL, CFL, XFL, USFL, Germany, Australia. Who gives a damn? You're a great talent, and you deserve to be on somebody's pro team. Just keep going. Keep being a model person for, for people coming up. You know what I'm saying? For your siblings, of course, for your family, and the school. You know what I'm saying? So just keep doing your thing. Sidiki Kone.
Appreciate it.
Got any shout-outs?
Shout out AIC4.
Let's hear a conversation. I'm Saleem saying we out.